This is your world and I'm just living in it. Anyway, I'm gonna try to go for the ultimate Valby code now, and here we go. Alright, what do I mean this is your world and I'm just living in it? I mean, I am a background character. I'm an NPC, I'm a mob. So, what? Let me give you some examples. This one time, me and my friends were going down a stairwell, like 3 floors maybe. It was a pretty long stairwell. And since we already had suspicions that I was a background character, I decided to have an entire monologue in the staircase, which was very echoey. So it's not really hard to hear something in the staircase, but it was super echoey. And I had an entire monologue. I think I was talking to myself for like 5 minutes straight. And then at some point or another, I rejoined the server, I guess, and they realized I exist again, and like, yo, I forgot this guy was here. And then I broke the news that I had an entire monologue while they were busy ignoring my existence. And you would think it's like, oh, it's a funny bit, haha, ignore him because he's a background character, right? Well, that is true until it's not. Like, I found it funny, like, oh my god, look at that, I'm such a background character, no one heard what I was saying, no one's paying attention to what I'm doing, you know, things like that. Until it wasn't funny anymore. Well, it's still funny, that's why I'm talking about it, because it's funny, but it's not funny anymore, because it's just, now it's just sad. Okay, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's go back to, let's say the beginning of high school, into middle school, around there. In middle school, I was really loud, and I had a lot of friends, so I never thought about being a background character. Over a break, going into high school, I stopped talking to anybody really that wasn't my family. And over the course of that time, I kind of forgot how to talk to people, I think. So always was really quiet. I always kind of kept my head down in school because the high school I was going into was known for being pretty bad, or at least having a bad base student body. It was pretty ghetto. And the people that I knew, the friends that I had from middle school, I never really talked to that much in high school because we had like different classes, different lunches, all kinds of like all kinds of things that kept us away from talking to each other. So I used to be a quiet kid, and then in middle school I became a loud, I wouldn't say I was that loud, but I was a pretty loud kid. And then back in high school, I'm quiet again. And then since I wasn't talking to people, no one was talking to me, I slowly faded into the background. Now, of course, you can't be in the background forever. When you're with somebody, you spend a lot of time with somebody, even if you don't know them, you're not gonna like never notice them. Like, say see someone from your class, you're like, oh, I've seen that guy in my class before, and that's it. So I wasn't completely in the background, but I wasn't in anyone's heads, so no one really paid much attention to me, so I was effectively part of the background. I never noticed that I was a part of the background because there was nobody I cared to talk to and nobody cared to talk to me. So I low-key had kind of a resting bitch face. So I probably just looked really angry to people and people were like, I don't want to talk to that guy, why he looks pissed off? Why is he mad? I don't want to talk to him. That's probably also part of it. But no one talked to me. I didn't want to talk to anybody, so it worked out fine. Until I joined a new friend group and expanded from there. Then I started talking to more and more people because I got used to talking to people again. I started talking to people again, so I was no longer the super quiet background character because I was in a circle now. I had people I could talk to. So I wasn't part of the background anymore, but I definitely wasn't in the main cast. But you know, when you get used to something, you learn to tone it out. It's pretty easy to tone out things that you're already used to. Like I have a train that passes by my house super often. Sometimes I don't even notice it anymore because I'm so used to its existence around me. So just because I had friends doesn't mean I was out of the background just yet. And again, I wouldn't notice any of this really until like my later years in high school, like 11th and 12th grade. That's when I started to notice that I was kind of a fly on the wall. And now we're caught up again. Let's backtrack back to the staircase where it was hilarious that nobody heard what I was saying because I was part of the background, right? That was so funny until it was a cool little bit until it wasn't a bit anymore. 'Cause people walk slow. I tell them like, excuse me, watch out, things like that, and they just ignore me. Now, I do talk quietly, but I'm pretty sure my voice is raised enough to hear it when it's right next to you, right? Like I I I don't. It's hard to give an example now because I'm talking, and I hope you're giving me all your attention right now. Actually, that sounds kind of clingy. That sounds really bad. I hope you're not multitasking while I'm giving you story time. Let's say that. I think that sounds better. Half the time when I tell jokes, nobody ever hears it, and then I either say that I was trying to make a joke, and well, I usually say that I was trying to make a joke, but I think in most cases, I say like, "Oh, I was trying to make a joke," and I just don't say the joke because it's been so long since I was trying to make the joke and nobody was listening. So the joke's just either not funny anymore or just not relevant anymore. It's pretty much how it is hanging out with my friends now. I make jokes or I think about a joke and no one's listening, so I don't make it, or I make it too late and it's just a bad joke. And I got a friend who lives on the other side of the country from the rest of us, and we finally met up with him like last month. And this guy, bro, he he already knew like the whole thing. He didn't even like, I don't know if we told him or anything, but he already knew my whole background character syndrome is what we've been calling it. Now I don't remember if it was him or if it was a different friend of mine, but he was asking like what's like the lore behind it pretty much. And I told him, or no, I think they were asking if it was a bit. And I said, yeah, it was a bit until it wasn't a bit anymore. Because genuinely, so many times I say something and no one hears me. It's funny sometimes to make it a bit, but usually it's not even a bit, and I'm truly just part of the background. Unless I'm in a certain circle, or if I announce myself or do something really crazy, no one really notices that I'm there. Like I know there's this one anime where this guy was a background character kind of, and he was in class. He was just doing like weirder and weirder things until he got caught by the teacher. Oh my god, I can't remember. I just had it on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, he was like he stood up, and I think he started standing on his desk, and then the teacher called him out. He was like, "Yeah, get off the desk," because he's doing something crazy. You obviously you're gonna notice him if he's doing that. Is this? Oh, it keeps it at 20. I mean, I guess I'll use him. Why not? So let's see if I get the Valby code. I'm skipping this. Oh my god, first try. That's actually like you can't fake that, bro. Like what? Look how many I have. I had 10. I had 10. I'm not gonna prove myself to you. I got it first try. I'm about to get another one right now anyway. Oh shit, I lied. Well, there's the other one. I told you I was gonna get it right now. I told you I was gonna get it right now. That's what I said. Oh my god, I got the VS code. My thing ran out, so I have to do it again, but I got VS code now. Oh, let's go. But let's see. Let me
Research. I'm listening.
do Descendant. No, it's Descendant. Yep. In 1 day and 6 hours, she'll be done. I'm gonna try her out. Damn, 30 hours. I'm gonna try her out a little bit, see if I like her. And if I do, then next time I yap, I'm probably gonna use her just to switch it up because I've been bunnying this whole time. I'm gonna go for Ultimate Vienna. No, Freyna. Vienna. I think Viesa. I think about somebody else entirely too. I literally mix Viessa and Freyna. It's Freyna. Oh my fucking, I can't talk. So yeah, I'm part of the background. I blended in for the past few years, and I'll see you never, because you'll never see me. No John Cena. Now, uh, I gotta make like a, I gotta give myself a unique like outro. I mean, I could just say like "fuck off," but that's kind of rude. I don't know. Since I have like since I have such a voice, I don't know if it's gonna be very funny, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Fuck off.